Bring on the wrecking machine.
Greetings, fellow Empyreans. I am Ashtrathi, and this is my puppy, Zoria. She's doing so good. And we are on the frontier. This is the Eve Universe Show. Welcome, 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 guys. Cycle 4 has arrived with Eve Frontier. Although, before we actually jump into Eve Frontier, I kind of want to cover, they blindsided me with some extra news today. Specifically, oh no, where is it? There we go. We got little things. So before we jump into Frontiers, we're going to cover the patch that was put into EVE Online today, where we got lots of little things put in. Some of them are actually, in my opinion, big things, as is usually the case with these little thing projects. So let's go ahead and jump into those. We can actually, well, yeah. We'll look in. We'll probably show off some of these things later or another day, but I do want to cover like the patch notes and kind of what we think about it. So there's actually, hold on, let me pull up the patch notes itself. All right. So added formatting to the amount of storage section added formatting to the amount and storage section in the PI window. Added known site names to the tooltip in the probe scan window. We're gonna have to figure out exactly what that means. Should I open up Eve and check these things out, or is reading them going to be good enough? That's what I wonder. Added security status in front of the location station and destination station, if there is one, in the contract window. That's just for good visibility. Added the reinforcement timer to the selected item window for mercenary dens. This is again like if you look at the selected item window for like a normal, like a upwell structure, you can see the reinforcement timer. This allows you to see it for mercenary dens. Simulate from clipboard is actually pretty cool. Now you don't have to, like you can, it used to be a two-step process, now it's a one-step process. Players can now drag from the compare tool to the fitting window to simulate a fit. I do really like that. I thought it worked that way before, although I will bring up, like while we're touching the compare tool, I'm going to not consider the new compare tool complete until you can compare abyssal modules. CCP do not make changes to the compare tool without also allowing it to compare abyssal modules. You lost that functionality and it is unacceptable. Added the type name to divide stack text in the header of the dialog box and splitting stacks. That's, I guess, fair for clarity. Added the closest dockable location for closest loyalty point store column for the LP for the Corp wallet. This is actually really good. That column was there, it just never gave good information, or like it was always just like, oh yeah, there is none. So now at least you can see when you're looking at your Corp LP wallet, you can see where you can actually turn in the thing. That's good. When multiple entries are selected in the watch list, there's now a menu option for sort by name, which will sort the entries selected in place. This is a one-time sort, not a sort order. This and the next one, or this and a couple other improvements for the watch list are pretty cool. I'm sure that this could be useful in some cases. I like to sort my things by order of like priority for my character, for people, not alphabetical, but you know, more options is good. We're out of those treats. We're out of those treats. Let me see if I can find other treats. Hold on. Let's see if we can find other treats. Okay. Is this a good treat? Can you look over here? Good girl. Good girl. All right. We are simplifying and removing the extra step from the import from clipboard button so that it does not have a multi-buyer and contract request submenu, but rather just executes this in one click. It is the only available option. We have updated the hint on the button to be a combination of the text and hint of the old submenu option. I guess so this is part of the other thing where, like, rather than importing from clipboard, it just goes immediately to simulate from clipboard, I think. Is that what this is trying to say? They added a 24-hour expiration to bookmarks, and they also changed the 3-hour bookmark option to 4 hours, and they also put them out of order, from my understanding. So hopefully that'll get fixed soon. But right now it goes like 24 hours, 4 hours, and then 3 days or whatever, which is pretty funny. Now, added settings to allow players to show or hide specific fleet broadcast items. That's pretty cool. The above settings will be next to the scope button, and the scope settings will also be moved into the setting. Rather than having to click on the icon to toggle it through the options, the scope icon will only be there to display the current scope. Currently, most players will only be using a few of the available broadcast buttons, and allowing them to filter the others out will reduce the mental load when trying to click the correct button while stressed. Currently, when all buttons are visible, they need to be made smaller as the window gets smaller, making it harder to click. Okay, so yeah, there's all of the buttons at the bottom. You can actually make it so the buttons that you don't want aren't there. That's kind of cool. I would recommend everybody set hotkeys to your broadcasts. That way you can avoid this issue entirely. But, you know, for those who do use clicking on buttons, this is a good change, I assume. When joining a fleet, the watch list now automatically opens. That's great. Watch list is no longer like a hidden feature. And if you're rejoining the fleet, the last known watch list will be restored. This is excellent, especially for people that might get DC'd or something like that. And it even says this will be especially useful if you disconnect. So basically, if you set up your watch list and then you leave a fleet and then rejoin that same fleet, you will have the same watch list that you had before. That's cool. It works on the fleet ID. So if the fleet is disbanded and another one is created, then it will no longer restore it. This is huge, though. Okay, this is my biggest one. This is the big change in this little things, and I've talked about this before. You know, they expanded the watch list to be up to 100 people, I think, now. But the problem with that is that it makes it so that it's just this giant long list. So the fact that you can now add you can have 2 columns, that makes it so much easier. I mean, like, I'd like to be able to customize the number of columns rather than just have 2. But that is so much better than just one giant list. It's twice as good, I would say. You can now select multiple characters in the watch list by holding down the shift. It is not an option for control because that is a command for targeting. That's going to be confusing to people. Players can drop characters from other places, such as chat, into the watch list. However, when characters are being dropped from the outside the watch list, it will not move the characters that were already in the watch list into that position unless only one character was dropped. So lots of little modifications to try to make it more intuitive. It'll be interesting to see how much more intuitive it actually is. But it sounds to me like there's going to be just a lot more control, and they're trying to make the watch list into something that actually, like, works for people, like, as a normal feature that everybody maintains, as opposed to just something that, like, the Logi knows how to set up. Added an option where you have multiple characters that will show invite to fleet character ID. This option will invite all of the members as squad members and work in the same as when right-clicking multiple members and do a form fleet with. You can select multiple characters and then form fleet with in all of them? I didn't even know that. Added a help pointer for guest tab in the station services lobby window. Added the headers for courier contracts to only have 1 decimal. If the cargo deposit for a structure fails, we have updated the window so that only the items that were successfully moved are cleared. This will make it easier for players to try again and deposit the items. So yeah, if you try to deposit and for some reason something goes wrong, they won't be removed from the window, which is weird why you would, like, what would change if you tried it again, but I don't know. Added total refund to the bottom of the modifier order window. Currently, it's difficult to see what changes you're making will cost you because the cost is not summed up. Yeah, so if you like bring the price down, or if you modify a price, it'll better inform you as to like what the actual change means for you. When modifying a buy order, the total you pay is the difference between the new price and the previous price plus a broker fee and SSC surcharge. This means that if you're lowering the price, you're getting a refund. When modifying a sell order, the total is only the sum of the broker fees and the SEC surcharge. We'll be adding a summary at the bottom. If you're getting a refund, the text will be green and the text on the left side will say refund. If you need to pay money, the text is white and will say total. There's a new shortcut for abort undock, which is weird. I think that, honestly, I personally think that there already is a shortcut for undocking. It's called exit station. I think, like, I would have liked it if Control Space also aborted undock, right? The problem with adding a new shortcut for this is that now you're going to have to bind a hotkey to just aborting undock. And Control Space already cancels all navigational orders. So I think it'd be just as well if, like, Control Space aborted undock, but what do I know? Added an option to the right-click menu of a deployed mobile depot to allow the player in a ship with a mobile depot hold to scoop it directly into their hold rather than the cargo. I love how they go through all of these different words. In a ship with a mobile depot, instead of just saying what it is, the metamorphosis, right? Like, is there any other ship with a mobile depot hold? I mean, arguably, yes, there could be in the future, but still. Just make undock and abort undock the same button with a 1 to 2 tick buffer. Maybe that could also theoretically work. But I mean, my point is that I don't know if I'm going to set a special hotkey just for aborting my undock. That seems highly specialized. Contract managers for corps can now multi-delete contracts from the corp. That sounds useful. And update the visuals for the skyhooks, secured, and surplus gauges to be more straightforward. And then updated the EVE Online developer credits, visually updated the buttons on the Plex wallet overview, updated fanfare graphics when becoming Omega, added Omega to the Omega subscription window, added audio rather to the Omega subscription window. The AT prizes have been added to the game. The monument has been updated. Some issues with the fixed an issue that causes Iris to not contact players when reaching 750 CP in the air career program. Fixed an issue which caused mutated combat sites in the Winter Nexus to not complete after killing the boss. This, I wonder if this means that you're now going to get credit for killing the boss in, like, your tasks. Because the mutated combat site means the site when you've used the doodad, right? I only know this because of, you know, looking through Hobo Leaks, but like when the modifiers, those little cryo pieces that we have in this event, they consider that a mutator. So like when you put in the doodad to make the site harder and make it so that marauders can get in, that's a mutated combat site. Fix an issue that causes the Odysseus ship to not be able to enter combat sites in the Winter Nexus, which is what almost got me to log into EVE Online for this stream instead of EVE Frontiers. We may still do that today, but you know, it's funny because I got out there and, like, on the one hand, I'm really glad that the Odysseus can now do it. On the other hand, with how aggressive they are to drones, it'll be interesting to see if the Odysseus is even a good idea. But I did not want to actually try it before doing it on stream, just in case something goes horrible, right? Sort of an issue where drones were trying to mine depleted asteroid. That's pretty funny. Sort of an issue where the mining surveyor was trying to scan depleted asteroids. Also pretty funny. It's probably not a good idea because drones go pop. Yeah, we'll have to see whether or not I can make it work. I mean, the Paladin, I was able to make it work with the Paladin, and I've got a lot more oomph to him with the Odyssey, or the Odysseus. Fix bumpy normals on the mining destroyer meshes. Optimized how level of detail are loaded, which results in VRAM savings when not using the highest settings. Add additional screen size loading for VFX on cruisers to hide small details when the ships are viewed at a distance. Fix texture compression artifacts on the Vargar Siege Mode VFX. I wonder if the issue that I was running into yesterday has anything to do with anything, or if it's fixed. Like when I couldn't pull up the Paladin, and why the Odyssey or the Odysseus looked all weird whenever I tried to like open it up in a fitting window. All right. Exchange LP window now opens again when French regional settings are on. The French are not allowed to use LP. Anti-Galente bias detected. Attributes tab is no longer busted when simulating a ship with a ship maintenance bay. Is that what happened? Maybe? No, that doesn't explain the Paladin not being weird, or being weird. Output location is now included when copying contents in the industry window. SovHub map markers are no longer hidden by system labels. Set filter for slot will now automatically switch to the tab to modules in the fitting window. Okay, that's good. And that means that, like, so set filter for slot means that you're talking about a module. I mean, like, I assume, or rig. And so, like, it switches the tab to modules in the fitting window, so that way it's not like left on it, like ammo or ships or something like that. The selected system panel no longer blank after resizing the Warzone control window. Cool. Lots of little fixes and some little things. The fleet window thing is, in my opinion, the biggest piece to all of this. But let me know if there's something I missed when it comes to how important certain things are. But that's it for EVE Online today, I think. Or at least for now. Let's jump into EVE Frontiers. It is Cycle 4. We've been we've been anticipating this since we've been doing Cycle 3. Cycle 3 really did feel like a preparation for Cycle 4. Cycle 4 is finally here. I have logged in and played just a tiny little bit, done the very first couple of things, just to make sure that I didn't break it like I did last time. Hopefully I didn't, but we'll see. The Eternal Forge, the frontier resets. What emerges from the ashes is yours to shape. The galaxy shifts around you, its contours reforged. New ways to fly, to fight, to grow. New dangers to understand. What begins as a single clone may become a legacy, but only if you endure. Cycle 4, the Eternal Forge, begins yesterday. The cycle opens with a transformation on how riders command their ship. After a successful trial with Cycle 3, WASD ship control systems is now the foundation of flight. Greater precision, greater presence, greater responsibility. Your feedback has already shaped the system's evolution. We'll look in that. The waypoint system returns without autopilot. The go-to-point action for static object structures and wrecks are restored, so you can still approach something. WASD controls extends to tactical view. Ship's navigation receives balance passes, and camera FOV sees more meaningful improvement. This is only the beginning. Okay, now character progression. This is a weird big one. Every clone is a choice. Every return to shelter an opportunity. Mine, explore, scavenge, grow your memory. When your memories are at capacity, you can ascend and upgrade your character level. If your clone dies before ascending, you lose the memory gained. Make your activities count. So you basically have to do stuff to gain experience, and when you get enough experience, then you can level up, you can ascend. But if you die before you ascend, you lose all of your progress in that particular ascension, right? What's up, Malcolm? Feral AI adapts. Feral AI now acts with heightened awareness and complexity. Their responses are sharper. Their decisions more adaptive. So AI improvements. Base building and industry. New tools allow precise rotation, manual adjustment, and refinement placement. Shape your shelter into a fortress, a foundry, or something uniquely yours. So you can now like rotate things as you're setting them down, which is kind of cool. The composition of the frontier, the galaxy itself has shifted. Massive new locations now lie hidden within starter regions, awaiting discovery. To chart these new frontiers, writers will rely on a new navigational module essential for traversing the altered landscape. Resource chains have been reshaped and renamed, marking the next step in Frontier's deepening technological ecosystem. Mining, refining, and industry will all continue to evolve as Cycle 4 unfolds. Gather what you need, trade what you don't, adapt to a world in motion. And then if we go and look at the actual patch notes for it, not much interesting in Frontier. It's turning out not much interested in Frontier. It's turning out to be interesting. It's getting more like Elite Dangerous meets EVE Online with No Man's Sky base building. Very cool. It's true. Yeah, like I'm still extraordinarily skeptical about the blockchain thing just from a technical point of view. And I think that a lot of the lagginess that you sometimes get with interacting things in previous cycles is a big piece to that. But setting that aside, the game itself seems to be developing in a very interesting way. You know, in the idea of like, well, if you remade EVE Online today, how would you do it, right? And that's really what EVE Frontiers to me represents. So patch notes for 0.4.1. We also have a new patch today, but we'll get into that for a second. Manual controls, we've already shown that off, or we've already talked about that a little bit, and we're going to show it off more in a minute. We can see a video about it, although this isn't really... We'll look at it once we get into the game. Speed can be set with 4 forward movement increments and 1 reverse increment. E accelerates, Q decelerates and initiates in reverse, Flight control changes and adjustments. Everything's been adjusted for manual flight. Old speed widget has been removed. Camera field of view has been increased significantly. We have the first change to many collisions, first change of many to the way collisions work in EVE Frontiers. We've added different surface material types which interact with the ship in different ways if collided with. This is the kind of technical stuff that I sometimes enjoy, right? Like hitting a rock should feel different than hitting a structure, for example. So you versus clang. All right, cool. Both should feel like both should feel like a not ideal thing to do. For the same reason, body slamming a door is generally not the best way to open it. We've done away with fully elastic restitution, which means collisions feel more realistic, and added the first pass of VFX and SFX. I'm going to have to crash into some shit. Industry changes. We're making changes to the way that assemblies produce goods. Perfect. Assemblies now process one run at a time and continue running as long as the following conditions are met. There are sufficient input materials, there's sufficient space for the output, and the assembly is powered. Okay. Players can add input materials while the assembly is running. Players can remove items from the output storage while the assembly is running. Players can view other blueprints while the assembly is running. That's a good one. There will be a limited number of runs each blueprint can automatically process. Players will need to keep adding input materials and removing output products in order to keep the assembly running. Ships are now delivered via drag and drop. Okay. By continuing to make incremental changes to the way we do manufacturing in order to advance the current experience towards an idealized version of the tools necessary to future tyrants and captains of space industry to enforce their will upon the frontier, the current iteration of industry is very much a sticks and stones and should be the spacefaring equivalent of, to use a real-world example, having to build your house out of rocks and wood by hand prior to the development of more advanced industrial techniques like simple levers, conveyor belts. So yeah, it's like the first 30 minutes of Satisfactory when everything's still mostly by hand. Hey, Wesley Pipes. Yeah, we're jumping into EVE Frontiers today. Base building improvements, the rotations that we talked about, transmission archives. Transmissions, including broadcast and synthesis from the Keeper, has been moved from the broadcast terminal to a new archive tab, which can be found in the mission hubs. Character progression. Okay, here we go. With this update, we're introducing the first steps towards our ultimate transhuman power fantasy. You'll be able to gather a limited amount of memories that can be permanently transferred to the character. However, die and you must start over. It's still better than just dying and staying dead. The initial progression rollout is only a prototype of our long-term plans of character progression. Considering how fundamental this system is to the heart of the game, you can expect to see significant development over the next several months and possibly years, who can say. We'll be taking specific feedback during Cycle 4. Gain memories through gameplay and increase skill level of the shell. Die and lose the collected memories. Ascend if you don't die, and store some of the memories to be permanent character skill levels. Each skill level on the character is and its shell will improve fitting attributes. Okay. I've already started a different... I've already started my starter area, and I think I chose the C one. E Fractorio. Yeah, I want it to be E Fractorio so bad. Update. This is the first update towards making feral drones full denizens of the frontier that raiders must learn to combat or coexist with. The ferals now have some understanding of the inventories of containers and ships and will react accordingly with what they find. Items in your ship and in your assemblies may not be safe from their clutches. Oh, no. Yeah, if we have feral AI, they come after you now. Drones equipped with these new behaviors are available in landscapes. All other drones are using the older behaviors, so landscapes do exist in the game now. Some drones are now equipped with scanners and are capable of checking the inventories of wrecks, containers, ships, and certain assemblies. Some drones desire specific items and will do what's necessary to acquire these objects of interest. Some drones will leave traces of their interactions with objects. The loot of some drones is now partially tied to their activities and experience from before their deaths. Drones now have a reason for attacking beyond simply shooting on sight. Drones are capable of halting aggression under the right circumstances. You can trade with them. Okay. Drones will hold grudges against specific ships which have wronged them. All right. All right. I'm going to become the drone queen. Fair enough. Economic adjustments. Changes have been made to the economy, mainly in our effort to ground the game in scientific accuracy and bringing it more solid foundations of coherent mineralogical realism. To all of the rock enthusiasts out there, these new changes adjust the types of resources, added new asteroids and industry categories, and establish the foundation for future refinement as our ecosystem evolves. Legacy asteroids have all been renamed, and the resources that they yield are no longer inherently bound, enabling broad future changes. All asteroid entries have been updated with their descriptions, aligning with their new categorizations. Asteroids now identify the material they output. That's good. Asteroid materials have been updated and given descriptions. Refined components have been updated and given descriptions. Market groupings have been reorganized. Overall universe distribution of char asteroid sites have been increased by about 10%. I assume that that's carbon, but we'll see. A new resource type, palladium, has been added to the industry. The output materials for hydrated sulfide matrix has been adjusted. D1 fuel water requirements have been reduced. Cool. Feral drones have been hard at work. Acquiring corpses can now be found within the new player experience. The primary resource sites within the new player experience has had their names updated to improve understanding of the resources they contain. Permanent universe, early release. Okay. This game has gotten really good just in this update. The WASD is lit. I have played around with it a little bit. I'm pretty happy about it. Although, having read this, I realized that I was actually flying around backwards, but that's fine. We're fine. That would be interesting. Finding feral AI swarm, dropping a container of certain materials, coming back later, and they've converted those materials into something you can't make yourself. I think that's kind of where they're going. We've been hard at work coming up with the new ways to deliver content into the frontiers. Traditionally, the universe resets on every downtime and randomizes itself. Logging in after a few days off will mean that everything that you took for granted might have changed, recognizing that it's neither intuitive nor realistic, that the entire universe would completely change shape overnight. We are now introducing a layer of persistent terrain, areas of space that remain fixed, shaped by the physics simulation of the universe, while the content you experience in those sites will appear dynamically. Okay. So it's no longer going to just keep on randomly spawning anomalies. It's going to be a site that then it respawns and rechanges. Kind of closer to like asteroid belts. We recently ran the first internal test of inner belts. The result convinced us to share an early version of it with you now. Still early days. We'll address major problems as quickly as we can. New site, inner belts. Inner belts, terrain persists permanently. Oh, okay, so some sites are still anomalies that like recycle. And then these inner belts are static sites, I guess. Terrain persists permanently. What you find today will be there tomorrow. Built for exploration and discovery across massive scales. While currently our content ranges sizes from 15 to 150 kilometers, futures areas may go up to as possibly exceed 3,000 kilometers. Also, points of interest. New areas contain several discoverable points of interest. POIs are visible on grid in the tactical view before you approach them. Entering their range reveals a pocket of contents and removes of content. Entering their range reveals a pocket of content and removes the icon, giving us something to fly around manually for. I tried WASD, but I was terrible at it. I need a Xbox or Steam controller support before it can really take off. Ooh. I do like that idea. New travel module, the Leap. To avoid long, uneventful traversal across massive sites, we're introducing a new high-speed travel module, the Leap. So basically a micro warp drive? Dramatic speed increase for crossing large site distances. Ship cannot turn while drive is active. Generates significant heat and might require cooldown management. And can be built in a portable printer and can be fit to the Retriever Reflex Recurve, USV, Lorha, MCF, Hades, and half. Warped into inner belts. Be advised, warping to the inner belt sites, you're not always going to land in the same coordinates. The angle of direction from where you initiated your warp and the density of the field will dictate where you drop out of warp. So it's almost like a drag bubble. Like if there's too much material in there, you'll land further back. UI and visual updates. Increased view distances on grid. Extended tactical camera zoom range. What to expect in these new sites? Early access to the feature still in development. Performance issues. I love that. What can we find in these sites? Problems. It's gonna be a mess, guys. Hey. System and content will change rapidly as we gather feedback. This release is about getting on board this journey with us and to get your thoughts and feedback. All right. It's possible in extremely rare cases to get stuck inside a collision meshes. Let's try to make that happen. We no longer support EVE launcher versions before 1.12.1, whatever. NPC behavior. Combat drones may unlock and stop firing on a target briefly while in combat if one of their group members is destroyed. These are defects. Got it. Blah, 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 blah. And then the latest patch notes, we see improved an issue with audio looping after gate... Man, we can't even get away from audio looping in the frontier. All right. Improved an issue with audio looping after gate jumps and local warping. Hey, whatever you did to fix it, could you tell the EVE Online folks? Fixed an issue with something not working the way it was supposed to, but we're not telling you what. It was broke, now it's not. Fix some back-end issues to clean up our logs, and then audio may continue to loop after gate jumps and drive use. So we tried to fix it, but we didn't fix it. Some things never change. Okay. That said, let's go ahead and jump into the game itself. I've been listening to this audio the whole time. Okay. Well, it's weird because WASD actually exists in EVE Online too. It's just the faster tick speed of the frontiers makes it feel so much more responsive, right? Okay, so I need material to build and survive. Search for wrecks and loot or asteroids to mine within your system. So I need feldspar crystals, commonly found in char asteroids, typically located within crystalline shear fields. So we need to go to F3 and we need to find crystalline shear fields. Unmoored silo block. Heavy metal harvest field. Rocky asteroid. I mean, like, they're not that changed. Crystalline field, shear field. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, due to the way EVE works, manual piloting controls is like playing EVE at 1 frame per second. Basically, yeah. But it's not even quite that. It's just you have up to a second of lag on your inputs. Oh boy. I have had some really bad camera hangings, even at the beginning here. I don't know if it's because I'm loading stuff. Uh-oh. Am I about to get killed? See, I'm still using just my normal commands. Let's load the mining lens. Start mining. And I'm gonna try to like adjust my controls a little bit. Oh, no. As soon as I made an adjustment, it immediately like stopped. And then also the WASD does work, but it is... Oh, hold on. See, I keep going backwards. The flight control up and down... Oh, no. The flight control up and down is correct. Like, W is up, S is down. I thought it was backwards at first. Like, you know, like a flight stick would be. Okay, so now I have enough feldspar crystals, and I need to make my own portable refinery. But there's still this portable refinery here, which spooks me out. So we're gonna go to the other side of this asteroid. I still want to have the ability to set a curved trajectory or orbit without an anchor in EVE Online, though. Yeah. Yeah. That actually would be really cool. Hey, can you orbit a bookmark? I feel like I've done this before. Oh, let's crash into the rock. Oh, shit. Bonk. Dang it. Hold on. Let's back up. Can I back up? Yeah, you can drop a can. Alright, hold on. So goofy. Let's go! And... Oh! That actually, yeah, no, that at least sounded like I hit a rock. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, that was more fun than it should have been. I won't lie. And actually, that little like backing up and going to the, oh man, this feels so much like better than I expected it to in just little ways. We're going to get over here so that way it's not so goddamn loud. All right, now we can slow down. God, okay. I am already sold on this manual controlling thing. Just because it's not exclusively manually controlling. I can still, you know, orbit and... Hey, I just noticed something. And I don't know if this is... So, like, I had to make a new character today. And select a new place. But I don't know if I had to change my settings. Because, like, you've seen me... Every single time I make a new character, ever, in EVE Online or EVE Frontiers, I have to go here to the general and switch it from left mouse button to right mouse button on the open radial menu. And I just realized that, like, it's either it saved my setting from last cycle, which is possible, or they did something right. One of the two. All right, let's go ahead and build a portable refinery. Oh, why am I so tight in my camera for this? Oh, well. So, and I can rotate this now, right? So, how do I rotate it? Oh, I can snap the grid rotation. No? Rotation. There we go. There's no handles for the rotation, though? I just... Okay, that's in my way. I can just, let's see, 180. Can I type in a number then? That was useless. What about X? There we go. So we're just going to hit F now? Oh no, I have to unclick from that box. I need handles for the rotations. All right. Without fuel, your ship is severely limited. So I need to make D1 fuel. Asteroids can be mined for ore. All right. Hear me out on this, though. WoW style right mouse click controls directing your ship. WoW style? Did WoW update their right click controls? Do you get does WoW now have click to move? Okay, so feldspar crystals becomes hydrocarbon and silica. So I need hydrated sulfide matrix, which becomes hydrocarbon and water. Or I need mummified clones. So I need hydrated sulfide. I guess hydrated has water in it. That, okay. I mean, at least it's intuitive. And I've got one cycle of this in here. Does that work? Okay, so load blueprint. So now I've loaded the blueprint. I put the thing in, and I hit start. And okay, so it's going to keep on running over and over again, but I only have enough for one cycle this time. So I still have to pull everything out, right? Oh, I can just load a different blueprint now, right? Yes, okay. So that's how this works. So I just load this blueprint, and now I put in water, and that's not enough. So I need to go get more hydrated sulfides. So I can right-click on the hydrated sulfide and see that it's found in comet asteroids, typically located within hydrosulfide formations. All right. So let's see if we can find any hydrosulfide formations. Hey, first try. I feel like we're getting somewhere. WoW always had click to move? No. Oh, right click to turn the camera. Yes. Right click. Yes, the way that the camera controls work when it comes to right click versus left click in WoW is fantastic. I'm pretty sure they don't have click to move. Can I double click to move? Can I double click to move? No. I can just begin turning. But turning in place doesn't do much when I'm not moving. Okay. Yeah. Turning. Oh, nope. I can turn in place. And then E to start moving. Right? Make a couple little adjustments. Lock the comet. WoW has had click to move like Diablo since vanilla. Don't. Nope. Whatever. That must be a mandala effect. I played a lot of WoW. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. You're talking about right click to spin the orientation of the character. And yes, that is absolutely great. Somebody please back me up that WoW does not have... Wait, am I... Oh, my inventory's full. How do I fix that? I could just put the refinery here. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put down a portable refinery here. And a portable storage here. And now, that should clear up enough inventory for me. But if I bring up my assets... and warp to my other portable refinery, I can scoop it up. Oh! Bang! At least used to have a click to move to a location. Okay. I'm just gonna feel like I'm going crazy for a little bit, and I guess that's just what we do now. Dismantle into cargo, and then uh-oh. Let's hope I still have enough room. Oh, okay. So check it out. Looting it does not, like, hitting loot does not automatically approach it. So I actually have to approach it. Wee-woo? Is that the, oh god, you're not supposed to be talking about WoW police siren? Alright, let's warp to this one. WoW controls Mandela effect. I mean, I'm telling you, man. I feel like that doesn't make any sense to me for several reasons. But, you know, wait, hold on. Oh shit, I did a portable printer and a portable refinery, not a portable storage. Wait. Yeah, portable storage, here we go. Oof. Let's go ahead and get a little closer. I do really dig the WASD controls for eFrontiers, but I don't like the fact that, like, so if I have it going full speed because I hit approach and then I make an adjustment, it automatically changes to no speed. And I would like the option to just keep it going forward at full speed and then just make minor adjustments. I'm sure there's a way to pilot, like if you just adjust the speed first, then that might be the better way of doing it. Go ahead and drop this down. Oh, wrong button. Can you guys tell I've been combat probing a lot in the last couple of days? What do I think about the velocity UI? I mean, so what's funny is I actually started out flying backwards because of it. Wait. Yeah, see, like, even there, like, tried to orient, when I went from not moving to backing up, it actually tried to adjust me to being flat on the plane rather than accepting or keeping my navigational position. I mean, I want the mouse wheel to be able to speed things up. But, you know, what do I know? Okay. We can lock this thing. Oops. I hit the F1 button. Alright. Let's see. In portable storage, we can put basically everything? And then in the refinery, we can load the hydrogen sulfide thing. We can load this blueprint, and we can tell it to run. And we can start. And it's just, yeah, so it's just going to keep cycling over and over again. And as long as I keep, I don't know how much output it would accept as, like, before it's considered full. But this time, at this point, it just did all the material. But then I can just drop this in here. And... oh, I have to restart it. Okay, great. So if it stops, I do need to restart it. Just dropping in new stuff doesn't work. I forget if they're going to try to enable HOTAS control for this. I mean, this does lend itself to needing a flight stick. Freelancer style mouse navigation would be cool if anybody remembers that game. I find it crazy that you can't double click. Man, I don't like this. Hold on. Click to move World of Warcraft when introduced. No. Ha! I found it. Click to move was added during Lich King. Wait, hold on. Never mind. Well, AI says vanilla. r/WoW says Lich King. Oh no, this guy says he used it when in Lich King. Everybody's saying that it was an option in original WoW. I feel crazy right now. That's fine. I don't understand the reality. I don't know what Mandela world I'm in. It's okay. I'm used to it by now. All right. Now we just need a manual aiming so we can shoot at targets we can't see. Hell yeah. It was always around because it was basically made into the game like Diablo 2. God, so many of my... like, I'm just saying, like, there's so many times where I would have said something differently when I was a raid leader. And, like, I remember when I played a different game that had click to move and how excited I was about that. So, like, this... I believe you. It's fine. The internet agrees with you. It just doesn't conform with what I remember about how the world works. I am completely blind this entire time. Somebody could just come and kill me at any point while I'm sitting here just like derp derp derp. I'll be fair, no one used click to move because it was bad. I mean, that's fair. I just, like, I was a raid leader, and so, like, trying to get everybody to be on top of the one point, like, I feel like that's something I would have done. But, whatever. Okay, so we want to pull this out, and then we want to change it to water ice. Wait, what? Item is in facility. I can't tell which... oh, I can click on that to get it. Okay, great. Portable storage. Drop this here, this here. And then... now I can change it to water ice. Load blueprint. Stack all. Drop this in here. Hit start. Boom. Now we got fuel. Did you know that Diablo 2 or Diablo was originally a turn-based RPG? And then they were like, hey, you should make it real time. And they were like, what are you even talking about? Like, that doesn't... it's designed as a turn-based. And they're like, okay, well, why don't we do it where... I think it was like 10 times a second. Like, every turn occurs once every 10 seconds, or like 10 times a second. And if you don't make an action during that turn, it auto passes. And they turned a turn-based game into a real-time game by doing that. So that's why I like to say, like, EVE Online is a turn-based game where every turn lasts a second. And if you don't take a turn in that second, it passes your turn, right? It's the same concept, but... you know, whatever. The only difference between real-time and turn-based is whether or not the turn... how frequently the turns happen, and whether or not it auto-passes. Alright, so refuge. I need a refuge, which needs palladium... platinum palladium matrix. Okay. I have some platinum palladium matrix. It can be found in slag asteroids in platinum mass clusters. Okay. Portable printer, portable refinery. We're going to drop this into storage. And then we're going to drop this hydrated sulfide in here. What? Oh, load blueprint. There we go. We're going to hit start. And then while that's cooking, we're going to go try to find one of these platinum places. So, unremarkable asteroid, heavy metal asteroid field. That's a lot of stuff. Platinum mass cluster. Life is a turn-based game. Well, yeah, I mean, like, that is the fun thing, that you can actually quantize almost anything if you try hard enough. Finding all these remains of other players' stuff. This is still way more, like, player stuff than we ran into last time. Okay, so now I have set my approach. Let's see if I can do it this way now. So if I change my speed that way... Okay, so now oh, nope. I can change my speed, but as soon as I try to change my direction, my speed resets to 0. These are feral AIs, yeah, but these are the old ones, because this is an old site. This isn't one of the inner sites. The inner belt, whatever. They have the ability to capture and repurpose them yet? What, the ferals? If you go to the, I think that they said that in the new site, the ferals have the new behavior. I'm not seeing one here, though. Oh, no. Inner Belt Derelict Ruin. There we go. That's one of them. Right now, we're just going to be working on the tutorial a little bit before I start doing something silly. What is my where's my character sheet? Okay, character sheet, memory capacity. Wait. Okay. So I've already hit memory capacity. All right. Let's go ahead and head to my main headquarters real quick. So loud! I'm gonna... That was fast. Wait. That's a different person's refuge? Wait, where's my... Hold up. Okay, so this is my base. And that's their base. Well, that's spooky. Did I not see that before? Alright, well, if ZZZH comes and kills me, we'll know that I could have done something about it. Alright, let's go ahead and build the refuge. And then hit continue, build a printer, continue, manufacture a jump engine. Alright. So it's a sojourn, which is reinforced alloys, which is Iron rich, palladium, and silica. Okay. Let's just drop all of our stuff into the portable storage from now. And then check this out. This should be portable storage as well. I do wish there was like a unload everything button still. Whatever. Palladium. Load the blueprint. Put it in. Hit start. And then... Oh, okay, cool. So we can do this. So if we discontinue this, we can pull all this stuff out. We got a little bit of it. That's cool. But if we go to salvage materials and drop this in... Oh, load the blueprint first. Perfect. Now I can go to the manufacturing and go sojourn and say, here's your hydrocarbons, here's your reinforced. Oh, nope. Again, load the blueprint. That's going to kill me every single time. I get to do one. It's important because I wish I could just set it to do one. I'd have to manually make sure that I only put in enough to do one. Otherwise, it would just start cranking out multiple sojourns, which isn't perfect. All right. I feel like I'm doing this a lot faster than before. And then... So then we... There's the sojourn. Great. And... The reflex is... Okay, so we need a Nomad program frame, which requires doodads from rogue drones. Which we have. Sweet. Maybe that's the reason why it feels faster than before. Oh yeah, I need to pull out that input. Maybe it's faster than before, but oh my god, I need 28 reinforced alloys. Okay, hold on. I need iron-rich, palladium, and silica grains. Iron-rich comes from palladium matrix, and this comes from feldspar crystals. All right, so I need feldspar, and I need the palladium one. We're going to drop that up. Load blueprint. Oh my god, that's going to be an ongoing one. All right, so, and I need feldspar crystals, which are from crystalline shear fields. Right? I need feldspar. Do I need feldspar? Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of those, aren't I? We got this one. Did I not do this one already? Okay, we're going to start that. And then the reflex also needs the hydrocarbon residue, which I feel we have, but we need the reinforced alloys. Which this is the silica. Okay, so the silica grains come from the feldspar crystals. Put it in portable storage instead. So let's go get feldspar crystals, right? Which was the boy. Trying to relearn everything. Crystalline Shearfield, right? Actually, hold on. Where am I? What type of rock is this? Oh, hydrogen sulfide matrix. So that's different. Yes, that's not what I need. I need crystalline Shearfield. I think I'm in hydrosulfide formation. Got it. Sorry, I had a moment of dumb. I didn't know what I had to like reorient. There's so many different new things to, or like all the different names and stuff. And once again, I cannot start moving just by double clicking. Let us slow down a little bit. I think that you could add in some of these controls, more of these, like the different speed options could be really good to add into Eve, I would say. Slowly waiting for our thing to refill, or to fill up. I was thinking about listening to the stream that they put out with like the landmark stuff while we wait. But I feel like what I'm paying attention to is just interactive enough that it's hard to balance all of that. This one's mine, right? Yes. I just had to double check. Okay, so portable refinery. This goes to portable storage. Oh no, everything's already unloaded. So then I go to feldspar crystals? Yes. Load blueprint. Oh my god, why is this button all the way down here? What? Whoever decided to make these crashes this way, I love it. I love you. You're the best. Oh man, that was funny. Okay. My chat got disconnected for a second. Yeah, bang! Alright. This goes into portable storage. Right? And then the refinery is... Oh, nope, it's still running. This goes to portable storage. And then if I go to portable printer, I can see I have enough hydrocarbon. I have enough Nomad program, but I've nowhere near enough reinforced. So I'm not even doing anything with that because I haven't loaded it yet. All right, so let's go ahead and stack all. Put in... I need a lot more palladium. And I have almost enough silica grains. I probably have enough silica grains. Let's double check. So if I pull this into storage and then I go to the printer, I can see that... Oh my god, and then I reset this to storage. Yes, so I have enough silica grains. I have enough iron-rich nodules. I just need more palladium. I know, I'm sure I'm pissing somebody off by calling it palladium over and over again. I am doing it on purpose, if that makes you feel any better. Alright, I need platinum, palladium... Yeah? Okay. Which is platinum mass clusters. Let's go ahead and find that. That's not here, right? Nope. These are comets. Platinum mass cluster. Palladium. Yeah. Speaking of World of Warcraft, it's the special item, or... Uh-oh. 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 Alright, let's back up a bit. Beep. 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 Oh, down. Controls are reversed when you're backing up. And then... haul ass through here. I'm sorry, I actually really love that. Here we go. Oh, my client. Oh, my client. Oh, something's choking. Oh god, my whole computer's choking. Hold on. Hold on a second. Let me clean a couple things up real quick. Make sure that's not something I'm doing. All right. Now then. If I start moving, then it immediately slows back down, but I can just speed it back up. Platinum and palladium concentrated in nickel-rich metallic grains from intermediate core zones. Forms during slow cooling of different asteroid cores. Platinum-palladium matrix is commonly found in slag asteroids. It's weird that I can't... So, like, this thing is in space, but if I hover over it, I can't do anything with it? I can't even radial off of it. I don't know why that's in space. All right, now we turn around so that way we're aligned out while we mine. Slowly but surely turn around. And open up our assets again. One more tick and we should be good to go. Pretty much good to go. Close. I was close to being lined out. No, I was not close to being lined out. Wait, what? Wait. Oh, wait. That's my headquarters? That's why it's showing that? Maybe? All right, well. This is one's mine, right? No, this one's not mine. Shit. Where's mine? There's mine. Portable refinery. Load blueprint. We should play a drinking game where you take a shot every single time I forget to hit load blueprint. You'd be drunk by now. All right. Refinery. Looks good. Why did it stop? Okay, it's still going now. That was weird. Okay, so we need more reinforced alloys. We need a lot more. I just realized I need to make 2 batches of this. Okay, well. We'll probably need to get a little bit more. But in the meantime, let's just go ahead and check where we're at. We should, yep, we have enough to make 1 set at least. And we're going to need more everything. So this is feldspar, which comes from char asteroids. What does this stuff give us? What are we even at? Show info. Hydrogen sulfide. Like the most useless thing out of everything, it would seem. Char. Crystalline field. We're getting there. I feel like what we're probably going to do is build the ship, the reflex, and then we're going to take this ship that I'm in now. Wait, you can't die and then have your pod. I don't know. I want to go check out the new site in the system. Move this like right here. No? There we go. No, you actually get to pick, like, it'll give you several different locations to choose from when you respawn. That was true last cycle. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not going to try. I'm going to try not to show that off too much today. Dying, I mean. Let's move very slowly and turn around. I think that's my facility over there. That's why that's there. So we're going to just assume, I guess. And we'll align to that. Almost there. And now we warp. And immediately go into warp. Yay! Well, nope. Yep, almost immediately go into warp. Okay, so that is what that is. It lets you know where your stuff is, I guess. That's not mine. That's mine, right? Yeah. Okay. So, portable refinery. Portable storage. Drop all this stuff in portable storage. And then go back to the Wend, change it to Feldspar, load the blueprint, drop it in, hit start, and then get ready to go clang. No, don't slow down. This is my favorite thing to do now. Oh, God! I can't believe that doesn't actually do any damage. That feels like it should do damage, right? All right, crashing into my own structures is my new favorite hobby in E-Frontiers. 10 of 10 would play again. Okay, where were we? How intuitive was the WASD controls? It's pretty good. There's a little bit of nuances here and there. But then again, I already have some experience with that, so I don't know if intuitive is quite the correct question to ask. Because like I said, I've done WASD piloting like an Eve and stuff like that before too. All right, portable printer. Silica grains. Okay, we got enough silica grains. We've definitely got enough iron-rich nodules. I just need more palladium. Palladium. So that would be Paladin mass clusters. Paladin? Whatever. You know what I meant. Still would be nice for manual aiming. I tried that last cycle using the camera. Couldn't really tell if I had an impact, but manual aiming would be an interesting addition. That seems like that would be a lot to control all at once. Have I played Warframe with the ships? No. I've played a little tiny bit of Warframe, but mostly just the normal stuff. I don't think I've ever played with any of the ship control stuff. You can do it? All right. Well, fair enough. I'm glad you believe in me. I do like the fact that you can actually mix in things like approach commands and WASD commands. Although the swap between the two is not as smooth as it could be. I need more fuel. Let's remember more fuel next time. Yeah, it's a lot to take in at first, but you get 6 cents for a while. And that actually is exciting to me because, like, I like these kinds of things where it's like you practice it and get better at it, and now you can do it better. I know that sounds simple, but like it's one of the reasons why I like combat probing and descanning in Eve, and why I've been enjoying the Yule event so much, is because it's like it's one of those things. It's a skill that you can practice at and get good at. I have no idea what that word is. Is it 6 degrees of freedom? Can you strafe up, down, left, right? So I can go. You cannot strafe. You can actually see. You can actually see your little adjustment thrusters. So like right now I'm going to be turning left. You can see my little adjustment thrusters spawn like start going. I can go down, or sorry, up, and down. So like you see the little support thrusters kind of trying to do your stuff. Strafing doesn't, yeah, there's no command for strafe right now. She was practicing and refining the basics. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, well, this is what I talk about when it comes to like the Abyss. I refer to that as your drills, you know, like a football player. Not every moment of training in football player for a football player is playing football. A lot of it is running through tires and, you know, smashing into you know, the training dummies and stuff. And like, that's not the same as real football, but it does help you train the physical, mental, and whatever skills that you need in order to do good football when it is game day. And so in the same way, like Abyss doesn't necessarily have to perfectly replicate PvP scenarios to be a really good environment for people to train their basic piloting skills. Platinum. Hey, I remembered to load Blueprint first for the first time ever. Be proud of me. Ha is where you break from the form and create a new form, and re is when you just forget everything you learned and just jam. It's like that that bell curve where it's like the idiot says one thing, the good player or good person says the opposite, and then at the very, very top, the top tier people say the exact same thing as the bottom people. It's like, you can do whatever you want. Grr, you have to do it the correct way. You can do it however you want, you know? Is this going to be enough? Do I still need more? I'm going to need more. I need 50 more. Am I going to get 50 more? I think I need to go get more. Let's go get more. Also, if you practice, you have to be careful to practice the correct way early, though that's critical. Yeah, and that's the point, is that good practice is... Oh, shit, I forgot to... Speaking of good practice, I still need to get more fuel. Damn it. You know, good practice is about practicing those fundamentals rather than the actual activity itself. So it's about, you know, training that muscle memory. Yes. If you practice bad habits, it becomes... You get better at doing it worse. That is true. Which is actually the reason why I like the Abyss more than, say, mission running. Because mission running uses different rules of behavior than the Abyss does. The Abyss is much better at, like, teaching you the way that the actual mechanics interconnect to each other. I hope I can get back with the fuel I have. I should be able to. The Abyss enforces good basic piloting. Yeah, exactly. That's why I love the Abyss for, like, newer player. Well, basically everybody. I think that everybody who does piloting should do some of the Abyss. Because, again, like, I don't care how good of a pilot you are, a good pilot practices their fundamentals, even on an ongoing basis. And that's what the Abyss is for, is to practice fundamentals. That's why I tend to do Abyss runs that are not about, like, optimizing or making it brain dead. It's about, like, challenging myself with specific things. You know, if I want to practice a turret-based ship, then I'm going to use that. The other cool thing is, even if you are a skill player, you can always hone and refine your basics. Exactly. Players that think that they're too good for the Abyss, I feel like, I'm like, you just accept yourself at being a certain level of piloting, in my opinion. It's like people that think that they're too good for safety, or, like, you know, setting their safety to correctly, and then they lose their perseverance to Concord. I can't. Boy, hold on. I that's a real thing, by the way. Hold on. Hold on. Malin. Hold on a second. I just want to bring this to everyone's attention in that the very first perseverance to die was in HiSec to Concord. So somehow this guy managed to, in one day of the event, so he did enough of the event, successfully enough, to get a perseverance, or he spent $500 million to $1.5 billion in order to get this perseverance. So either way, he did one of those two things, fitted up to mine, and then lost it to Concord. And with a dunk salvage drone in. So this is not like, I have no idea who this person is. Although we can go look. I mean, yeah, he's lost a lot of nicer ships over, or he's not like a hardcore PvP or anything like that. But, like, this is why no one is too good for safety. 50% chance that they set it up to be the first to die. I thought that too. But if you were going to do that, you'd be a little bit more memey about it, wouldn't you? Like, this, everything about the fit, what's in it, the fact that there's a dunk salvage drone for some reason. What I think might have happened, what my guess is, especially since there's some burnt logic to, you know, there's some salvage in here. I think that, well, no, because that could be from the crates. I think that what happened was this guy attempted to salvage a wreck, but accidentally launched his combat drone instead of his salvage drone. And then when he went to go activate the combat drone on the wreck, it then concorded him. That's the best guess that I've come up with as to how this even can happen. Because, like, he has no weapon systems. He has nothing in his mids, nothing on him can even become a concordable offense. So the only thing that could possibly be, I'd have to actually check because of how many drones are in the drone bay versus the drone hold. But, like, somehow this guy managed to bust his ass to get a perseverance, only to lose it to Concord as the first person to lose one to Concord. Pretty amazing stuff. You can get a criminal flag in low sec, jump the gate and get concorded, I think. True. But the problem with that is I looked into this. So if we go to here, stop, and we look up security, we see that everywhere within one jump of here is high sec. So he didn't come from low sec. I did look into it. Like, it is the same storm, winter storm, that is touching Tama. But that's multiple jumps away. So no, I don't think that that's how it happened. And it also, it was killed at the moon, 9-2. That's one of the systems you use to jump into Kino. Yeah, but you can't get a criminal flag in Kino and then come into Hadama. You would not have... Do the drones match the drone hold? Deploy drones wouldn't be on... Yeah, exactly. Deploy drones won't be on... That's what I'm saying. Is there enough room in the drone hold for there to be drones that are launched? But... Hold on. Celestials... What planet was it on? Planet 9, Moon 2. Oh my gosh, stop. Planet 9, Moon 2. Yeah, it's just... It's just a place. It's not a gate. It's crazy. It is a winter storm, so like it really feels like he did that in the winter storm event. Which is bonkers. Okay. Why is it not running anymore? Limited by output. Okay, so now I can do 12 more runs before it runs out of output again. All right, no problem. 07, thanks for dropping by. I never know whether... So, like, here's the thing. Like, YouTube has been changing everybody's names to being, like, their real names or different names or whatever. So I'm always hesitant to, like, call people by the name that's here. Just because I don't know. It's so... It's like, ah... All right. Portable printer. Portable storage. Booyah. All right, we're on it. We are on it. How did this guy die? I don't... Somebody check how big the drone bay is and see whether or not he could have drones launched with that. I bet you he could. I mean, like, if he can't have drones launched, then I'm really confused as to what happened. Okay, so we have enough reinforced alloys. Here we go. Boom. 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 Nope, didn't load the blueprint. God damn it. Can I just grab all three of these and drop them in? Yay! Wish I could switch my name for gaming chats. Could switch to an alt, but I'm too lazy and the alt has YouTube Premium. I don't like the fact that they've tied because you have a Gmail, like your Google account, and that's your YouTube thing. I wish that you guys could change your set your name to what you want it to be. It's crazy. All right, we are going to use the fitting services to take everything off of here. Did he lose another ship to Concord minutes prior to that loss? Oh my gosh. Let me see. I don't think so. No. His previous loss was 2 days previously, and it was to the Sancha rats in the Daunting Frostrite, so it'd be in the site. He tried to run the combat site in the Stratios and died. Now I gotta look. Hold on. Perseverance. Do we have the stats on this thing? it has a drone bay of... Sorry. It has a drone bandwidth of 20... No! No! You're supposed to show the thing. You didn't... Hold on. Is it down here? Yeah, drone bandwidth. So he's got 60 M3 worth of drones. So that should be enough, right? 60... Hornets are lights. Hornets are lights. Dunk. Salvage drones. How big are salvage drones? Those are 5, right? Yeah, he's definitely got enough cargo space for... Because that's 6. That's 30, 40. Yeah, he had a flight of combat drones that he launched, and that's how he got concorded. Almost certainly. I changed my name a while ago to just not be my real name. You should be able to just change it. Can you? Well, that's good. I still don't like the fact that, you know, YouTube went, or, you know, Google went through the effort to change it for you. Okay, so now I open up my refuge. I can then board ship from bay. Hey! Here we are again. All right, so now I need to fit my ship. Use fitting services. And we fit the, all this on here. And a mining crystal in there. And fuel in here. No? Can I do this? No? Can I do this? Yes. Apply. Oh, that's not a lot of fuel. All right, well, let's go ahead and make more fuel then. Why can't I load the blueprint? Gosh darn it. What am I? Okay. These things need to be pulled out. Water, ice. Go. New items present in facility. Really? Okay. Man. Load blueprint. Water, ice. It's better, but it ain't great yet. All right, hit start. Hey, Achieved. What's going on, man? Yeah, it's probably your Google account name. That's true. Okay. I have a synthetic mining crystal, but let's go ahead and... Can we build a gun? Oh, explore the galaxy. Use the maps and jump. But I want to check out what's here. I can build a gun. I can build a gun. Excellent. Let's build a gun. I can't load the blueprint. I wish there was just a way, like, even when I'm at, like, if I'm here, there should be a button next to the load blueprint that's like, unload all into cargo. This is another good example of, like, where I don't want this to make an infinite number of guns, so I need to put in the correct amount so it only makes 1. And then, oh, we can make a shield generator already? I don't have any more reinforced... I don't want to make more reinforced alloys. Printed circuits. Oh, I can make these, though. Good to see you. Yeah, I've put out about 11... What? Actually, more. Like, almost 14 hours. Well, definitely 10 hours of coverage of the actual event that's going on right now on EVE, which I've been having a lot of fun with. Okay, so I can make gun. and I can make bullets. Okay, great. So this is going to take 2 minutes. Let's go back to the refinery. Are you going to... Oh, you're out. You're out of fuel. Okay, great. But also, if you order food via Google, it'll be the name. It'll be that names too, so you know. Pick what thing you're dealing with. Oh, gosh. Thanks, Google. Remember, you can actually have multiple Google accounts. I actually recommend people, like, if you are going to do a lot of stuff as an Eve character, it's probably worth making a Google account just for your Eve character. So you can do things like post in places and stuff. I still need more. I need more fuel. I didn't realize I was going to need more fuel. Let's go ahead and, where's the one thing that I actually can get out of here? Let's go ahead and head over there just a little bit. Gotten harder to make new accounts since you need a phone last time I tried. I mean, you can make multiple accounts with the same phone number, though. Almost done. So pull this out, pull this out. Now I can go to bullets, put this in, load the blueprint, put this in. Golly. I don't know if I need 3,400. Let's go ahead and put in like 200. You remember you were having issues? I don't know. I'm not saying that, like, I guess I'm saying that it isn't great, and I wish that they would make it a little bit smooth. Like, streaming on YouTube is great, but it's certainly, like, it has its advantages over Twitch, to be sure. But it also, like, there are some things where it's like, come on, Google. Please, can we just make this work a little bit better? Like the chat, how chat often is, like, not picked up correctly, or, you know, whatever. Refinery. Load blueprint. Start. Okay, now use fitting services. Where's my gun? Load my gun. Are we going to grab a armor plate? That's the one that I can't. Yeah, we can do this one. Gah! So how many printed circuits do I need? I need, for a shield generator, I need 4. Oh, God, I don't have enough palladium. Oh, and carbon weave. Okay, well, I guess it's not as straightforward as I thought it was. Can we make more reinforced alloys? Can I make one more reinforced alloy, or no? No. Why would I be able to do that? Okay, well. Let's go and drop this in here. And let's go ahead and see what happens. Let's make bad decisions together, shall we? I like making bad decisions together. We're going to load up ammo. And we're going to head to the new site. Where are you at? Inner Belt Derelict Ruins. Let's go! Discovery on Twitch is way better than YouTube when it comes to actually feeding people to live streams. Afterburner hull. Oh, I have a hull repairer. Okay. Well, okay, I'm here now. Oh, slowly. Paralyzed ammunition cartridge fragment. Superstructure refuge. Drifting cache. Oh, dude, I can totally see things like in the shadows. Okay. Minor wrecks. Relay wreckage. Point of interest. Okay, let's just go to the point of interest. It's gonna be a little while. Oh, wait, hold on. The point of interest disappeared? Is there a reason why that happened? Paralyzed ammunition cartridge fragment. Let's go look at that. Since the point of interest. Oh, can I just approach this now? Yeah. My engine's shut off? Yeah, Twitch Prime account doesn't even limit ads. Twitch Prime is a super great option, though, because, like, the fact that people can... Most people have Amazon Prime. A lot of people have Amazon Prime. Okay. I think I'm doing okay. I'm gonna mining laser it too. Mining laser that bitch. Misses it completely. Boo. Oh, I'm being locked by other things. All right, let's get this wreck. Oh, there's more things mad at me. There's more things mad at me. Let's loot the wreck. Oh, boy. How many things are mad at me? One. I just want to loot the one wreck. He's mad at me too. Shit. Oh, they're all mad at me. Feral data. Ay. Come on. Can I get this fragment done? Oh boy. Yeah, I got a kill. All right. I think I can get there in time. Can I run my hull repairer for like a cycle? That's actually not too bad. That's good. That's good. All right. Doing good. Doing good. Doing good. We've got 20 kilometers left. Oh, shit. You can't even hear it. I'm sorry. Superstructure wreckage. What is this? Minor wrecks? I bet you we could still make it. I'm gonna cut my afterburner for a cycle and get my armor rep, or my hull rep going. There we go. Perfect. One feral data? That's not great. Alright, let's go to the minor Rex. Got another one killed. This is kind of exciting. I'm kind of stabilizing though. I bet you I could go and pick up some of these wrecks. I'm hanging a lot better than I thought I would. Especially juggling the afterburner and the hull repairer. I think I'm going to cut my afterburner again and do a hull repairer for 2 cycles. Perfect. And okay. Feral trace. Where's my strategic map? Fuck! Alright, shit, that didn't work! Run the whole repper some more. I think I'm doing it. I think I'm hanging, guys. I need to adjust my flight path a little bit, which of course means that my speed goes down to 0. I lose my flight path completely. That's fine. Silence and settling noise. I'm sorry. There are some pretty good noises in it. I've been complaining that it's loud, but, you know, whatever. More feral data. I am definitely hanging in this site a lot better than I expected to be. But that point of interest is gone. Right? Mauler wreck, superstructure wreck, drifting cache, other wreck, relay wreckage, wreck I made. Yeah, the point of interest disappeared when I started to go towards it, which is weird. Oh, I'm wasting my power on reps. It's funny, it doesn't even show my engines being on right now. I have to turn it to manual piloting and then speed up. Feral echo. Okay. And you? Start my hull repair again. This is totally functional. Although I only go 300 meters per second while afterburner. All right, I think relay wreckage. Let's go check out the relay wreckage. Just looting these wrecks from the rats isn't really that exciting to me at the moment. I wonder what it would take to make these guys my friends. Is that the last rat attacking me? Have I, like, won? Head pats and belly rubs? Yeah. Who's a good feral, you AI? Yes, you are. Alright, my autocannon is missing since he's too far away. Does this actually show the correct value now? Accuracy fall off at 32 kilometers, optimal range of 27. Something tells me that's not 100% accurate, because I wouldn't be missing then. Is that it? Did I kill them all? Hell yeah. Wait, are you guys gonna come after me? Have you guys stopped attacking me? I should probably be more careful in how I'm piloting around this thing. Go ahead and take over manual. I wish I could see, like, my trajectory, like a tactical readout in Eve, so that way I can know exactly where my straight is. But it looks like we're good to go. And of course we're gonna have to crash into this as soon as we're done looting. Oh, big amount of feralized data. Awesome. Alright, let's go full speed ahead into the wall. Think they'll ever add collision damage? I mean, this convinces me that they will be. Yeah. That, right there. Because, like, it feels like it's something that should have collision damage. Yeah, they're working out the kinks first. They don't want it to be optimal to just crash a whole bunch of tiny ships into a big ship in order to blow it up. But wanting to crash into things may be the kink, though, Trampy. Are you... What's wrong with that? Oh, you. Yeah. All right. Well, this was good. This was fun. We, So there anything else that we necessarily want to check out today when it comes to Cycle 4? I don't imagine that the actual base building is much different. I need to get more fuel, I guess. Fighting these ferals went a lot better than I expected it to, and it makes me kind of nervous that I'm going to overcommit now. It's like, okay, well, if that was easy, what else can we shoot at? The answer is probably not a lot. Installation wreckage, convoy debris, OSA survivors. Yeah, these are all things that we've seen before. Drifting tower ruins might be cool to check out. I wish that point of interest thing worked out. Once they get collision damage in the game, you can cosplay as Alexander Noir. Awesome. What is a drifting cache? We didn't already get the drifting cache, right? So we should go there. I really feel like these guys decided to stop killing me. I think that they realized that trying to kill me was a mistake, and now they're trying to be friendly with me because they've stopped attacking me, but they are still like hanging around my ship. I wonder if like, no, it can't be something crazy like because I have the Feral Echo in my cargo that they've decided that I'm alright, right? That's just the cosplay. Spoilers! We're gonna grab that. Now I'm gonna go to... I gotta figure out what a drifting cache is. Stream snipe? I mean, somebody could come and stream snipe me, I suppose. But it's funny because, like, yeah, somebody could stream snipe me, but also somebody could just randomly show up and kill me, and it would basically be the same. So I'm not really worried about it. I just want to know what a drifting cache does. This ship is so slow. 400 meters a second with afterburner on. What is it with afterburner off? 270? So afterburner only increases it by... it's like a third. It's still so slow. That's why you need that new module that lets you go fast, yes. Also, crashing into things is a really good way to get kinks in your ship. Okay, so I need to go... Oh yeah, that's the other thing I need to do. I need to level up. I've been able to level up this whole time. I don't know how I'm supposed to know that without checking, because, like, it doesn't say it anywhere. Without opening up the character sheet, I mean. What are these guys? That's a different name. That's a different named guy. Longing. The longing for home. The longing for meaning. The longing for purpose is a deep and resilient concept, durable, enough to survive in the chaos of the feral network. In turn, the network has used it to the root of all protocols, all to instill a drive to explore. What do you say? Sometimes generality is a specialization into itself. To become the shape suitable for immediate purpose is rare, even for the feral network. With its millennia of rampant experimentation, such ability often appears near the swarms of the frontier to wring the last bits of efficiency from their activity. Okay, well, that doesn't say much. I'm almost there. This place is huge. Look at the scale of that thing. Relay wreckage. Was it worth it? It was absolutely not worth it. Okay, great. Thanks for giving me something to do, I guess. Let's go ahead and head back to our refuge and level up. Let's travel several miles. I think that was several miles. In order to get 14 platinum and 1 feral trace. This is mine, right? Yep. Okay, great. Portable refinery. Put this stuff in storage. Yeah? Oh, I have to hit start again. Okay. Now then, if I open up my character sheet, and then I go to incarnation, and I say sacrifice current shell. Hold on. Nope. Can't set that. It can't set it to home or something like that. So I guess we're just going to try it. Ready? Incarnation has reached maximum memory capacity. Sacrificing incarnation will transfer memories to self. Warning, this incarnation will be lost. Let's... screw it. What happens to my ship? That's what I want to know. Let's find out. Okay, great. Memory gained. The memory of your incarnates are ready to be ascend. Choose which pathway to strengthen and improve yourself. 2 logical, 1 sensory. Mining efficiency bonus +2. Shield recharge rate bonus +2%. Tracking bonus 2%. Rate of fire bonus 1%. Or logical, reactive, adaptive. 1% mining efficiency, 1% shield recharge, 2% warp speed, 1% propulsion module, 2% hull and armor repair bonus, 2% heat capacity bonus. That sounds cool. And then, or +1 logical, 2 +2 adaptive. 1 to mining efficiency and shield recharge, 4 to hull and armor repair bonus, and 4 to heat capacity bonus. I think I'm going to go with the +1 logical, +2 adaptive, because heat bonus and hull and armor repair bonus seems really good. And I didn't die. Okay. Well, now I got to figure out how to get more experience. Let's see. So, portable refinery. Go ahead and pull out this stuff, and then we can go water ice. Load the blueprint. Do I get experience every time I hit load blueprint? Is that what's happening? I can only put in 2,200 or whatever in inputs, so I'm going to have to keep feeding in inputs. And I can get 5 more cycles before inputs run out. So I can just keep on loading in inputs, and it'll make this number go back up. And now it's limited by output, so I'll have to pull out the outputs in order to get more cycles. This is, I mean, remember they said that this is the equivalent of like building your house with sticks and stones. This is the very first building blocks, and I wonder if you can do more with an actual like set up Lagrange point and everything. Let's see. Fuel goes in. Now we've got lots of fuel. Excellent. And have I gotten any experience in all of that? No, I didn't. Can I mine this comet? Whoop, nope, that's shooting it. Whoopsie. Is this giving me experience? It is giving me experience. Okay, so mining this asteroid is giving me some experience. I've got 1% memory. What about killing the rogue drone? I can do that at the same time. Theoretically. Yeah, come after me. Oh, ow. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Run out of charges. Shit. Shit. Load ammo. Shoot. Whoopsie. I don't have armor, I only have hull. Sensory memory gained. Okay. How much memory did I get from that? Oh, yeah, you get a lot more memory from killing things, it looks like. Oh, and like sensory has started to increase a little bit by doing this. So I didn't get like a big burst of memory when he died. What about you? Projected to gain 1 level in sensory. Seems you get 3 levels per level. I just got a lot of memory for running my hull repper. Yeah, I actually get more memory from running my hull repper than almost anything else. All right. Interesting. So now I go to refinery. And hold on. We can just... Ah, stop shooting. Okay. Let's see. We can go into portable storage, drop this in here. Let's keep going. Oh, my... I just filled up my whole cargo bay with just fuel. That's not going to work. I mean, I guess it could work for, like, a final... when I leave here. Am I leaving here? Am I leaving here? I think I might be, right? I don't care about the actual ore. Nope, that one's... I thought I killed more than 2 guys. There it is. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and just see what happens. I've got lots of fuel. What do I need to build a setup? I need feldspar crystals, hydrated, platinum, hydrated, feldspar. So all 3, basically. So hydrated. Oh gosh, I can't bring enough of all of it. Hold on. Is my fuel too much? I think my fuel is just going to be too much. So let's go ahead and put half my fuel back in here. And then I can grab feldspar, right? Feldspar. Feldspar, yeah. And I didn't get quite enough palladium, but that's fine. I'll find that wherever I'm going, probably. Let's go ahead and give it a jump. I can always come back here, theoretically. So, let's see. Overheated, overheated. How... Wait. Am I... I'm not in a particularly hot place. How am I supposed to jump far enough? Or is it okay if I jump and become overheated? Let's see. This solar system has only 2 planets. This solar system has 4 planets? 3? Yeah, could be good. Let's just jump. Let's just jump. We're making big mistakes. How's this affect my character sheet? Did I just get some? I think I just got some memory, right? Okay. Now I need to build a network node. Let's see what's here. We have installation wreckage. We have crystalline field. We have hydrosulfate. We have unmoored silo block. Okay. Drifting tower ruins. Metal rich. Platinum. Looks like we're good to go. Okay, so then let's see what it takes to make a network node. A network node? Oh god. I think I'm going to go back and build the things that I need to make a network node in my old base now. Because this system doesn't seem any more desirable than the other system. Oh, check this out. I think I can do this. Hold on. If I put my fuel... That didn't work. If I reapply my fuel... Oh god, I don't... Yeah, I definitely need to go back. So if I hit this and go to my assets, I should be able to just right-click and jump. Okay, well, that'll hit me. Critical heat. Okay, yeah, my heat is very high right now. So let's find somewhere far away from the solar system, from the star, to go to. This will work. I'm at 89% experience or whatever. Warping itself didn't... I've been cleared for jump in 146 seconds because it failed because I didn't have... I wasn't able to make the jump. The traffic control kicked in. Man, this whole, like, everything locks up every time you land is very deadly. Oh, man, my whole computer... That's not just the game. That's my whole computer choking itself to death. Jiminy Christmas, hold on. Now I gotta look at my task manager, because it did not do this before. Well, I don't have my history running yet. Now I do. Okay. Let this cool me off for a little bit. Something is going on with the graphics, man. I'm going to turn my post-processing to medium. At the very least. And we'll try this out. FSR 3 instead. Okay, great. And now I've cooled off. Hopefully, I should be able to just jump. Yep, I got 2%. I got 2% memory for just doing a jump. I'm assuming it's the different pieces that are, like, these different places. So, like, I shot at a bunch of stuff, so my sensory is up. Okay, well, that's the repeating jumping sound bug. I'm going to turn that down for you guys, at least. Oh, my rogue drones have standings have decreased, even though that's not a real thing, and I don't actually have a real message about it. That's pretty funny. All right, well, this noise is going to get to me, so I'm going to actually call this good for now when it comes to this. Well, actually, no, I need to level up again, don't I? I need to level up again. So let's go ahead and... Oh, I know how to do this. I know what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to go to the refinery, and we're going to pull out some more fuel. It's so loud in my ears. Okay. And then, now that I've got fuel, and do I have ammo? I do have ammo. Oops. Not unload to cargo. Reload. There we go. All right. Now, if I go here... Oh, it just made the jump sound again. So weird. Oh. It stopped. All right, my audio's back on. Minor OSA drone wreck. Let's try that. Really, I just want something that can shoot at me so that way I can, Oh, nope. It's back now? Sorry, I was doing that to test to see if my camera was also locking up at the same time. Okay. Osa frigate. That is pegging my CPU. Oh, we're done. It's also, it seems like it's the first time I load something new, because like warping back to this grid over and over again has not caused it to happen over and over again. Although the forever warp sound is still happening for sure. Alright, let's get to the refuge. And let's go ahead and sacrifice my current shell again. Either +3 sensory, which is tracking bonus and rate of fire bonus, or sensory logistical adaptive. So it seems like what you do controls what you can level up. Let's see. Tracking bonus, mining efficiency, shield recharge, or I think sensory logistical adaptive. One of each is fine. Complete the ascension. Skill training completed. 3 skills. So these are just skills then in their system. Yeah, there we go. Skill training completed 3 skills. Skill training completed tech skill bucket level 4. That's pretty funny. All right. Well, I think that's about it for what I wanted to check out today. Let me know if you guys want me to jump back into this again later. This does look kind of exciting. I'm sort of interested to see where this is going, but the problem is that the winter event is just too exciting for me right now. So we're going to wrap things up here, jump over to Eve real quick, run a Winter Nexus site with the Odysseus, and probably call this a day. Let's go ahead and do that. We can close this. Blessed silence of not forever warp jump tunnel sound effects. And here comes Eve. I do, like I said, I want to run the Odysseus. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream tomorrow. I've streamed every day this week so far. So I may take tomorrow off, but go ahead and pay attention to the Discord if you're interested. And by off, I mean I'm probably going to work on edited videos or something like that. Or just, you know, help out around the convocation. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. It's been a long week. We've gotten a lot of stuff done. All right. I've got my Odysseus in the festive spirit. And let's see. I want to change the fit slightly. Because... Oh no, that was because I wanted to put on the data hacker. I could theoretically do that. Like, I don't need the warp disruptor for PvE. That's the problem. But I also don't need the data analyzer for PvE. So, meh. I wonder if anybody's going to be around to help save my ass if in the case I get in trouble, but we'll find out. Oh, let's hold on, let's do this right. Let's switch this over to this mode. That way I can get pelled up. $21.56 Okay, this one's new. We're just going to go to this one. Okay, we got Peld going. This can be turned up again. I am also using I am using my Asclepian pod. So keep that in mind when it comes to the performance of the ship. I don't have very good tracking. So I'm really going to rely on my drones. They're closing Horde as an alliance? That's... What? Man. How do you fuck up that bad? Oh, there's a Tengu coming. How do you fuck up an alliance that bad? Oof. This is a bigger spawn than I was expecting or hoping for. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how fast they go after my drones. How reasonable is this? There is the Tengu in here with me. So whatever. But the incoming damage is not too spooky. Ooh, never mind. The incoming damage is actually quite spooky. That's actually really not good. I would be in a lot of trouble if this Tengu wasn't in here with me. And now my drones are starting to come under fire. Okay. Well, now we know. It's probably not a great idea. Can I get out of here before they scram me again? I can. Bye! Alright, Tengu, you can have it. I just wanted to check. So I would definitely need to fix this fit some more. Because that was doing way too much damage for the amount of repairs I had, even though I had repair bursts on. So that would take some tweaking. Unfortunately, I think there's just better there's better ships for the job. So after 3 days of waiting to be able to do an Odysseus, I'm pretty sure the Odysseus is probably not the greatest ship for the site. Oh, well. We'll maybe check this out later. 12K. Alright, well, all that said, I have been Ashrothi. I've been playing this game since 2010, talking about 2012. I'm here to put Eve and Eve Frontiers into context for you, my fellow Empyreans. Thank you guys so much for checking out Eve Frontiers again with me, and of course, a little bit of the Winter Nexus. The Little Things patch is in. Like I said earlier, if there's something I missed about what might be exciting about the Little Things, please let me know. Because right now, my biggest thing is the 2 columns in the Fleet Watch window, watch list, but who knows. Either way, I want to give a special shout out to my top supporters: 745 MPSI, Arydanika the Queen, Bad Boy Smooth, Ebo Leet, Erladis, Elange, Flash Gordon, May, Malak, Starfire, Malin, Mercuton, Mayak, Nephilim, LM1, Sheesh, Susuro, Thrans, and Rid. Thank you guys all so much. Please consider, if you have enjoyed today's stream, make sure to like it, share it with some friends, consider becoming a member or a supporter. You guys, members get, a patron. Members get early access to my videos and the highlights, which I've got some more of those to put out. Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure whether or not we're going to be back tomorrow. If we are, I'm not even going to make any promises. So make sure to head on to the Discord and sign you up for YouTube announcements, so that way you can see what's going on as soon as there is anything to talk about. If you are part of the Convocation of Empyreans, remember, we have the Convocation of Empyreans meeting this Sunday. It was delayed from last week because we were waiting for the Winter Nexus and stuff. But all that said, I have been Ashtarothi, the voice of New Eden. And until next time, I'll see you in space.
Bring on the wrecking machine. For every city